Hey everybody, and welcome to day 256. So skip past the first 2 minutes if you don't want to see these exercises. These are two exercises I feel everyone should do as a part of a prehab rehab exercise routine. This is called the 90-90 hip lift. So you need to get a chair or something to put your legs straight. You need something to put in between your knees so your hips can stay where they normally are. You're going to apply gentle pressure with your knees inward, and you are going to drive down with your heels enough just to lift your lower back a centimeter off the ground. Now, while you're in this position, all you're going to do is breathe 5 times. You're going to breathe in through your nose silently, and you're going to let out a long, strong, slow exhale. So let me play those so you can hear what it sounds like. Just 2. Again, this exercise is called the 90-90 hip lift. Now, this will help reduce anxiety, lower blood pressure. It helps bring your pelvis back into position by using your own breath. Again, you need something behind your neck. So your neck, all the other muscles are completely turned off, and this is going to help teach your body that this neutral position is okay and safe. And I would recommend at least 1 time a day, but you can do it multiple times, especially if your back's acting up. Okay, so I'm just showing here what an extended or arched lower back and pelvis looks like, and then a rounded one. Okay, so we're going to use that on the second exercise. It's a psoas release using somatics technique. So firstly, I'm going to go over the movements. We are going to flex our knee, flex our hip by driving the knee as far up to the chest as possible, while also arching the back as much as you can, and you're going to feel a cramping sensation in the hip most likely. Then you're going to extend the leg out while you flatten your back and keep the leg as long as possible. And then once it can't go any further out, you're going to lower the leg to the ground, and while the leg is on the ground extended, you're going to arch your lower back, and then you're going to extend your lower back, and then you're going to sweep your leg around and bring it back up. Okay, we're only doing 3 total reps on either side. So again, extending, and then we're going to extend the lower back, flex the lower back, sweep the leg around, bring it back up, knee to the chest as much as you can while you're arching your lower back. The hip flexor, you're going to get a cramp in there, a slight cramping sensation. Also on this, breathing, as you bring the knee up, we're going to have the inhale through the nose, and as you drive the leg out, it's a long, slow exhale. 1 time a day, I promise you will notice a difference in your lower back's health just with these 2 exercises. Okay, on to today's training. So I was trying to figure out what I could do today. The glutes are very, very sore from the reverse lunges, but no problem there. The hamstring is continuing to feel better. The main thing that I had in my mind today was we are going for an AMRAP, bumping up the weight a little bit on the overhead press. So that's the initial goal. So we push off the stiff leg raises from 27 to 29 reps for 25 pounds. And then this is 230 pounds here on the isometrics. We'll play these raw. And here's a tricep isometric. Oh, more airplanes. Okay, that definitely worked pretty well. It smoked my tricep. So I didn't feel strong on the overhead press today. Last we did 153.5 for a set of 15. Today, looking at all my records, I had to do 166 for a set of 12 to be a record in that rep range. I have 10s that are better historically, but again, for 12s, that would be the best pound for pound. So here's 135. Again, that didn't feel very fast. Last warm up here, 155 felt a little bit better. And then we take 166, which would be a slight PR if we hit 12, but we're going for as many as we can. Play it raw. Airplane again. Okay, so success. I knew there wasn't a 13 there. Happy to get 12 because I didn't feel overly strong. There's definitely lactic acid built up in the triceps there. Now, not practicing the movement, I feel like when it gets heavier, I'm going to have a drop off somewhere. And like I said, my 10s, I have historically a lot better numbers there. But the 12s, again, it was beating the best that I had previously. So I can't complain about that. Now here I was wanting to do a quad isometric, but I think this was more hip extension because you can see right there, my good hamstring, I tweaked it a little bit. So, yeah. After that, we move on to the hamstring isometrics here. When I was doing these in the past, I was sitting up a little bit higher, so I just wanted to use a different angle here. There's hamstring feels fine. Again, I'm pretty sure that it got overworked from doing the hip flexor isometrics off the corner of this step, and my stance leg was just too much pressure for it. Okay, last round here. So although it took a lot of effort for the first isometrics I did, I wasn't satisfied with calling that quad effort. So I went back to these sissy squats to do one more isolation hold. I don't really like these either. I don't feel that they're that good, especially when you weight them. It kind of takes away where the weight needs to be for a sissy squat anyway. But originally today I had planned just to do sumo deadlift isometrics to infinity. And so I ended up cutting the volume in half because I knew it wasn't a good idea. I didn't feel like I was pulling them very hard. So I cut this in half and I added those other isometrics afterwards. I did 12 here. I had intended to do 24. I feel like I could barely pull the bar into the pins. I only had like the same spot on the top left of my hip that fell a little bit out of place. But as soon as I did the first, 1, 2, I just felt like I had no power at all. And then the lower back just got super tight. I don't know if it was from the quarter squats a couple days ago, which I said, there's been so many days that's been adding up where I'm just like, I can't believe that I'm recovering from them. And it felt fine going into it. But doing these pulls, I just felt like I had no power. Later on, as I got to like about here, once I got into the pins, I felt good. But the lower back just kept getting tighter and tighter. If I were to try to pull a max off the ground, I would have, it wouldn't go well. I knew it was going to build up additional fatigue. This was really hard to make it through these 12 here. Definitely won't be going for a sumo max tomorrow. I think, unless, Sunday or Monday, I feel a lot better. We're just going to set it down and not worrying about trying to hit 635. Because I haven't been feeling strong lately, the last month in general. But, yeah, this felt super weak. That's all I got. Thanks everyone for listening. Talk to you guys tomorrow.